Gotta head home and figure out a plan with Miles and MJ. What are we gonna do?
Can't open. Map 1 of 9. Suits 2 of 9. L1 Suit Tech 3 of 9. L1 R1 Submenu. Amazing Conf. Spectacular Health 1. Spectacular Health 2. Horizontal list 5 of 8. Owned. Description. The best defense. Horizontal list 6 of 8. Vertical choice 1 of 2. Unaffordable cost 200. Lifelink. Horizontal list 6 of 8. Vertical choice 2 of 2. Unaffordable. Spectacular Health 2. Horizontal. Spectacular Confidence Boost. Horizontal. Rejuvenating Parry. Horizontal list 3 of 8. Vertical choice 2 of 2. Owned. Description. Slightly Spectacular Health 1. Confidence Confidence Boost. Amazing Health. Amazing Ultimate Health. Ultimate Health 1. Horizontal list. Ultimate Amazing Health 1. Health. Vertical list 1 of 4. Gadgets 4 of 9. Skills 5 of 9. L1 R1 tab list 14. Affordable. Skill tree. Peter 57%. Spider Whiplash. Spider Rush. Spider Up. Spider Up. Spike Surge. Power Spike 19 of 19. Surge. Ready to Glow 12 of 19. Owned. Description. Surge. Alien Harmony 16 of 19. Affordable cost 2 skill points. You have 2 skill points available. Description. Surge mode lasts significantly longer. L2 button. R2 button. Change skill tree. Surge. Can't open FNSM app right now. L2 button. Hold. A. L2 button. Hold. Crime reported. Rescue shoppers. L2 button. Hold. A. Finisher.
Listeners, I implore you, stay inside your homes. Lock the doors. Board the windows. Trust no one. The city is overrun with a miasma of massive, oppressive tendrils emanating from the ground beneath our feet, spawning creatures from what feels like hell itself. They're
Crime reported. Burning devils.
converting us. Will soon overtake us. Don't give them the chance. While the government sits on its hands, my loyal listeners have taken to the forums, looking for any signs of weakness these creatures show. We will defend ourselves. We know we can't count on the Spider-Men to save us. If this last week's events have proven anything beyond a shadow of a doubt, it's that the heroes make things worse, not better. In the meantime, stay safe. Remain vigilant. We will get through this. New York does not go down without a fight. And I will be there, right next to you, on the front lines.
L2 button. Hold.
Godspeed.
A. Press L3 button to perch near ledge. L2 button. Hold. A. Crime reported. Bus assault. L2 button. Hold. A. 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 Crime reported. Monster hunt. Finisher. Finisher. L2 button. Hold A. Crime reported. Burning Devils. L2 button. Hold A. Crime reported. Rescue shoppers. Can't open map 1 of 9 gadgets 4 of skills 5 abilities 6 missions 7 of 9 L1R1 tab list submenu together Astoria vertical list 1 of 31 status active rewards. I have to remind Harry who he main can't open FNS map right now. L2 button. Hold A. Crime reported. Monster hunt. L2 button. Hold A. L2 button. Hold A. Crime reported. Burning Devils.
Folks, listen up. If you can hear this podcast and you're still on the island of Manhattan, shelter in place. Seal the windows, bolt the doors, do not leave your homes. First
Down
responders
directional
are
button.
organizing
Heal.
emergency medical and focused evac. Beast is delivering food and survival supplies. Check my socials for up-to-the-minute route info. And sound off in the comments with any reports of folks in need of aid. Listen, I know you're scared. I'm scared too.
Crime reported. Symbiote horn.
Faith. The Spider-Men are working their butts off out there
L2 button.
to put this
Hold
thing right,
A.
and they ain't giving up. So damn it, we're not giving up either.
L2 button. Hold
Stay
A.
strong, Weaver.
Down directional button. Heal. Crime reported. Abduction. Down directional button. Heal. Down directional button. Heal. Press L3 button to perch near ledge. L2 button. Hold. A. L2 button. Crime reported. Bus assault. L2 button. Hold. A. Down directional button. Heal. Crime reported. Monster hunt. L2 button. Hold. A. L2 button. Hold. A. Plus. Zip to ground. Cross button. Jump. Crime reported. Abduction. L2 button. Hold. A. Down directional button. Heal. Dodge. Circle button. Crush attacks. Crime reported. Burning devils.
Might be time to head home. Miles
Down
and
directional button. Heal.
there.
Parry or jump. Cross button. Away from heavy attacks. Down directional button. Heal.
You must be asking, when did this turn into a science fiction podcast? I'll tell you, when fiction became reality. As a boy, I would read stories of beings from other worlds who wreaked great terror upon our planet. And righteous heroes who wouldn't back down no matter the odds. The morals were clear and simple. Window-dressed in outrageous circumstance to escape our humdrum reality. What I wouldn't give for our boring lives to return now. I look out the window and I see a city in panic.
Cross button. Jump.
Shelter.
Cross button, jump.
unheard and unanswered.
Cross button.
I feel hopeless, powerless. They
Cross-
the world tearing itself apart
Cross-
and being remade in an unrecognizably foreign fashion. Those
Cross
stories
button,
used to
jump.
have happy endings,
Crime reported.
but
Symbiote
I
horn.
can't promise one right now. All I know is that we need a hero to rise up. And no, before the calls come in, I am not talking about the Spider-Man. I'm talking about our government and the duly elected officials with the power to do something. Save the costumes for Halloween. We need the army.
Triangle button. Enter warning. This is your last chance to collect resources to upgrade gear before the end of the story. Cross button. Accept. Circle button. Cancel. Triangle button. Enter May's house.
At Peter's house, a map is spread on a table. Peter places a rock with two googly eyes on top of a red X.
Central Park Reservoir.
The water system.
Pumping goo everywhere.
Adding more and more people to the hive mind.
Peter dumps game pieces.
All those symbiotes get out of Manhattan.
Goodbye, Earth. Hello, planet Goo. The meteorite is the source of all the power, right? Creating goo, creating symbiotes. But it was useless until Harry repaired it.
Yeah.
And that particle accelerator's what damaged it in the first place. Cut off a piece at low power.
Right, so what if we crank the power up? Like way past 11,
Might destroy it.
And free everyone connected to the hive mind.
theoretically.
But that reservoir's gotta be mobbed with symbiotes. And you know Harry's not gonna let that rock out of his sight.
An orc.
Unless he sees something he wants more.
Peter picks up another game piece.
Me.
A heroic knight on a white horse.
Just, for illustrative purposes.
He places it on the rock.
Harry's still Harry. He thinks he's healing the world. But the dream isn't complete without...
His best friend beside him.
I can lead Harry away from the meteorite.
And I can handle all the symbiotes.
While I grab the space rock
A brute.
for illustrative purposes.
All right, fire up the accelerator. No more hive mind. World saved. We all get churros?
Theoretically.
Pete,
MJ frowns.
what Connor said about Harry being too far gone. If you can't save him, are you
Won't
ready?
come to that. You two will be able to destroy the rock in time.
MJ nods with downcast eyes.
Let's heal the world.
For real this time.
Peter offers a fist bump and Miles smoothly accepts. With a wan smile, MJ adds her fist to theirs. In Central Park, one side of a plaza is engulfed in a wall of symbiote tendrils. An ornate fountain stands before a tunnel entrance. MJ dismounts her bike on a nearby bridge. Miles and Peter join her.
So the meteorite is somewhere in that thing?
So are Harry and his friends.
Here. Figured you could use a sonic touch.
Peter hands MJ her stun gun, now modified with sonic bursts. She grins.
They're just standing there. What are they waiting for?
Near the tunnel entrance, dozens of yellow symbiotes stand guard. Peter pulls MJ and Miles into a huddle.
Look, I can't thank you both enough. For everything.
Come on, bro. We're the spider team.
Don't anyone forget it.
They all smile, then face the plaza. Peter leaps in first. He lands on the fountain, then leaps to a ledge beside the tunnel entrance. Symbiotes linger below.
Hey, buddy!
The symbiotes don't react. Peter lowers himself to peer inside the tunnel.
You gonna sit in there and play with your pet rock all night?
He drops to the ground, then eyes the symbiotes crowded around him. They part for him as he approaches the tunnel.
It's you and me, Harry. Like we always wanted.
From the darkness within, Venom charges and pins Peter.
Our gift will finally be yours.
Venom raises their claw. MJ glances at Miles.
Here's the thing, though.
Peter clutches Venom's forearm, channeling anti-venom. Venom stumbles back.
You're gonna have to catch me first.
Peter swings past the symbiotes and out of the plaza. Venom charges heedlessly after him. On the bridge, Miles nods to MJ. She nods back. Miles swings into the plaza. He shoots a web at a symbiote's face. It flinches, then marches toward him. The other symbiotes follow suit, closing in on Miles as MJ crouches down a stair.
MJ, now!
MJ rushes down the steps. A symbiote charges her, and she fires a sonic shot at it. The symbiote flies back, instantly retracting from a frightened civilian. MJ glances at her hands, then charges onward. Miles whirls his legs in a flare move to sweep a symbiote's knees, then dodges over another's head. MJ sprints into the tunnel, and symbiote tendrils close the entrance behind her like overgrown vines.
You wanted a story, Watson. What was that?
Hold L2 button. Aim.
Dead end.
Then R1 button. Fire sonic shot.
There has to be a way in.
Shoot yellow growths to open hive doors. Sonic shots can be used on hive doors or to defeat symbiotes.
Whoever dropped these flares. I hope they made it out.
The ground beneath MJ collapses. She leaps toward a ledge, but loses her grip and falls when the ground trembles.
What the hell?
I'm coming! Just hang on! Left stick up, plus, cross button, climb. Hold L2 button, aim, then R1 button, fire sonic shot.
Oscorp. Norman must have sent a team after Harry. Guess they left more than just
Shoot sonic
flares
barrels to
behind.
desymbiotise enemies nearby.
Not good, not good. Looks like the meteorite's connected to the rest of the hive.
Triangle button. Take meteor.
Pulsing tendrils suspend the meteorite.
Just a normal rock. That can also end the world.
MJ grasps its jagged surface. A craggy swirl glows orange on its front. She tugs, but tendrils wriggle from the meteorite to slither around her wrists. MJ recoils and fires a sonic shot. The meteorite breaks free, and the towering tree of tendrils shivers above her. MJ scrambles to the jagged meteorite and stuffs it in her backpack. Lip curled in disgust, MJ shakes off a tendril that attempts to cling to her wrist. She puts on her backpack. The slightly too large meteorite peeks out of it.
They're gonna be all over me. Time to go.
Left stick up plus R2 button. Sprint.
Oh, crap! The meteorite. It feels alive. Gotta get out of here. If I get this rock back, it's game over. Please let this lead somewhere good. The sky. Almost out of this hellhole. Looks like my exit's just past that chopper. Made it clear.
Triangle button. Climb to exit.
MJ ascends the ladder but looks up when the ground shakes. A symbiote behemoth bursts in, knocking MJ back.
You gotta be kidding me.
Left stick up plus R2 button. Sprint.
Big guy. Should crank up the volume. Symbiote's big, but I'm fast. Here.
Outside, Miles roundhouse kicks a symbiote in the face, then grapples another. MJ rushes out.
Time to go, Miles!
Miles throws the symbiote aside and follows MJ as she sprints up the steps leading up to the bridge. Miles picks off more symbiotes as MJ mounts her bike.
You ready?
MJ grits her teeth and nods. She speeds down the street. Miles swings close behind her. In downtown, Peter soars on his web wings as Venom chases him through the shadowy night.
Pretty sure your +1 isn't invited to our high school reunion, Harry!
Peter looks back.
Harry!
Venom collides with Peter and grapples him. They exchange blows as they tumble through the air. The two crash into a school gym. Table displays surround the center court, and a sign at one end of the room reads, "Work for Oscorp."
This is where we became best friends.
Yeah. It is.
And now it's where we become brothers.
Venom floods the gym with symbiote tendrils. They snake through the floor and break apart the walls, lifting the entire gym and the football field outside to suspend them high above the ground. Venom stands ready, tongue lolling out of their jaw.
Join us.
Please! Remember everything we've been through!
Dodge. Circle button. Crush attacks.
Forget about Flash kicking our asses for 4 years?
We'll weep then.
But we had each other! What is he doing? Gotta stay off the ground!
Down directional button. Heal. Move to a new platform to avoid area damage. Hold. Pull. directional button. Heal. Move to a new platform to avoid
Came
area
over
damage.
every single day after school! Even slept over after your mom got sick!
We couldn't feel like that.
Dodge. Circle button. Crush attacks. Venom isn't vulnerable to webs. Down directional button. Heal.
When you lost her, that day on the football field, I was there! Always have been!
Until we got sick again. You abandoned us while we were fighting for our
Move
lives.
to a new platform to avoid
I was
area damage.
trying to save you!
Didn't feel like that to us.
Move to a new platform to avoid area damage.
We're
Dodge.
giving you
Circle
a
button.
chance,
Crush attacks.
Pete.
If your mom saw us like this!
We make each other better. She
Or
always
jump.
said
Cross
so.
button. Away from heavy attacks. Down directional button. Heal. Hold. Pull.
Venom stumbles back. Peter leaps up for another attack, but tendrils ensnare his wrists and ankles. As Peter dangles in the air, Venom ascends to him on a column of tendrils.
You want to join us?
Symbiote tendrils crawl over Peter's face.
We know it.
Tendrils occlude his spider suit, constricting him. But Peter thrusts them away with an anti-venom blast. Venom tumbles away as Peter falls free.
Why do you keep fighting us?
You're not giving me a choice! Whoa, symbiote's dropping in. It's not working! Stay calm!
Symbiotes to recharge
Take 'em out
anti-venom
one at a
abilities
time!
and surge. Finisher.
Get free Harry with more anti-venom!
Use anti-venom abilities or surge to defeat enraged venom. Finisher. Finisher. Hold, pull. Hold, pull.
I'm coming, Harry.
We know what's best for you, for everyone. We gave you everything you ever wanted, and you threw us away.
I should have been better. I'm so sorry.
Down directional button. Heal.
When you replaced us with Miles, he poisoned you against us even more.
No! He saved me! Just like I'll save you!
We've never been good enough for you or Dad.
Move to a new
It's
platform to
messing
avoid
with your
area
head,
damage.
Harry! You're my best friend!
Then why don't you?
Down directional button. Heal.
I trust you,
Move to a
Harry!
new platform to avoid
Not
area
that
damage.
thing you're wearing!
We are not a thing.
Move to a new platform to avoid area damage.
You're stronger than the symbiote, Harry! Fight it!
Move to a new platform to avoid area damage.
The symbiote's using you! It doesn't care about anything but itself!
Parry or jump. Cross button. Away from heavy attacks. Down directional button. Heal.
More of these guys? Brute force isn't working! Gotta be a better way!
Finisher. Finisher.
This anti-venom's gonna sting Harry! Well, that didn't work.
Finisher. Down directional button. Heal.
Peter lands a heavy kick on Venom's chest. Venom leaps up after Peter and snatches him out of the air. They hold Peter by his neck while ascending on a column of tendrils.
It'll be over soon.
Peter attempts to channel anti-venom into their face, but Venom yanks his hand away.
Doesn't matter what you do to me. I'm never gonna heal the world with you. Not like this.
Venom's head snaps to look back towards Central Park.
The meteorite. You took it from us.
Clutching Peter tightly, Venom strains. From their back, a pair of bat-like wings sprouts and unfurls. The blood-red membranes are shot through with black tubules and have spiky bone protrusions on top. Peter goes limp in Venom's grip as they fly away from the school. MJ races and weaves between cars as Symbiote's trailer. Streetlights gleam off her helmet, and the meteorite peeks from her backpack.
I think the goo aliens are mad we took their stuff.
Yeah, well, they started it.
MJ kicks one foot out to stabilize through a sharp turn. She reaches the entrance to EMF and ditches her bike to roll to a stop on the sidewalk.
Let's get this to the accelerator!
With a heavy limp, MJ runs through the lobby. Miles webs up the entrance to barricade the symbiotes out.
MJ, you hearing that?
Venom crashes through the ceiling. Still carrying a listless Peter, they land and reabsorb their wings. Miles stares up at them. Venom hurls Peter through the atrium, and his limp body crashes through a balcony and slams into the accelerator. His limbs flop to the floor.
Pete!
Miles retreats into the atrium and shoots two webs toward an archway adjoining the lobby. He pulls, straining as Venom advances. The archway collapses, burying Venom under rubble. Miles swings toward MJ and Peter.
He's okay, right?
Let's just get him out of here.
Peter doesn't move. MJ scoops him up under his arms while Miles picks up his legs. They carry him away from the accelerator. In the atrium, the rubble shifts.
Go, Miles, I've got him. Go!
MJ drags Peter as Miles leaps into the atrium. Venom hovers with their re-emerged wings.
When the hell did he get wings? You're not getting this rock, man!
Our future doesn't belong to you!
Trust me! Don't want your future!
Down directional button. Heal. Triangle button. Web strike. Triangle button. Web strike. Down directional button. Heal.
I made a promise, Harry, that I'd fight for you.
You don't care about us! You don't know us!
Put the blue stuff to slow him down.
Parry or jump.
I know
Cross
you
button.
talked to
Away
your
from
mom,
heavy attacks.
just like I talked to my dad. Remember?
Down
What's
directional
she
button.
saying
Heal.
right now?
We are so close!
Dodge. Circle button. Crush attacks. Down directional button. Heal.
I'm not gonna let Pete down, Harry.
He'll understand. This is his dream, too.
Sorry, Harry. Heard enough about this nightmare. I'm waking you up. I'll do whatever it takes to get you away from that thing.
Down directional button. Heal.
Get out of our way, Miles!
directional button. Heal.
Venom recoils. They snatch Miles with coiled tendrils, but Miles manages to kick them back. Venom slides through an archway near MJ, where she inserts the meteorite into the particle accelerator.
Miles!
Having pushed himself backward, Miles is trapped under the rubble.
Peter doesn't need you anymore.
Venom charges MJ, grabbing her hands when she aims a sonic shot.
He has us now.
They toss MJ aside, then jam one claw inside the accelerator. Symbiote tendrils worm their way over the meteorite and through the machinery. MJ scoots back to where Peter lies hidden. As tendrils creep along, the floor beneath MJ and Peter gives way. Columns of tendrils burst up through the atrium, forcing Miles to dodge. He swings up to kick Venom clear of the accelerator, and both tumble into the infested atrium.
You're not doing this for Pete! You're doing this for yourself!
You're holding Pete back. You took him away from us!
Took him away!
Parry
The
or
hell are
jump
you
cross
talking
button
about?
away from heavy attacks.
In the forest, we remember what you did.
Harry! Man, that's the symbiote talking, not you!
Down directional
You were
button. Heal.
jealous. That's why you pushed us apart.
Maybe I was, but Pete wasn't Pete! Need to hit him with more blue sparks.
Parry or jump cross button away from heavy attacks.
You think you're better than us, don't you?
This ain't about who's better. I just prefer you without the psycho alien on. Doesn't matter if you like me or not. I'm here for you.
Down directional button. Heal.
You can't see it now, but we're not so different, man.
Pete's better off without you. We all are!
Thought I clipped his wings. The symbiote doesn't care about you. Come on, man. We can fight this thing together.
Down directional button. Heal. Down directional button. Heal.
Let's end this.
Miles dodges and leaps to punch Venom, but they manage to snatch the much smaller Miles. Venom leaps high to slam Miles into the floor. As Miles writhes on the ground, Venom grabs the meteorite from the accelerator and holds it above Miles' head.
We gave you our chance.
They slam the meteorite down, and Miles barely catches their claws. MJ winds up a throw.
Allie!
Miles catches a sonic burst. He jams it in Venom's maw. The explosion peels back the black symbiote, exposing Harry's face just as Peter wobbles to his feet.
Harry!
Pete?
The symbiote regrows over him. Venom picks up the meteorite, then regrows their fleshy wings to launch up through the atrium ceiling. Peter and Miles each shoot a web toward them, dangling behind their flight path like threads in a breeze. Venom shoots a cluster of tendrils at Miles, immobilizing his arms. Miles falls. Peter lunges toward Venom. Peter holds on.
Give me back my friend!
We are your friend.
Peter presses his hand to Venom's head to channel anti-venom. Venom's wings go still, and they plummet through the air with Peter holding fast.
What's happening? Just hang on, buddy!
Please, no. Leave him alone.
With a mighty punch, Venom knocks Peter off, then grabs his ankle. Behind them, a helicopter hovers into view with Miles perched on its tail. Miles webs the meteorite, then pulls until it slips out of Venom's grip. Venom swipes wildly at Miles, freeing Peter.
Go, Miles!
Venom dives and Miles drops the meteorite when they collide. Venom roars in his face. Miles swing kicks their jaw. Peter and Miles wind up punches. They strike Venom in the face. Miles pushes off to dive toward the ground and catches the meteorite. At EMF, MJ fends off symbiotes in front of the accelerator. Miles dives in and jams the meteorite in it.
You ready to finish this?
Almost.
Miles leaps atop the accelerator. Electricity arcs over the machinery and through his body, intensifying at his touch. Overhead, Peter yanks on Venom's wings to redirect their flight. Peter and Venom trade blows as they tumble through the air. Venom smashes Peter through a tanker truck. But Peter manages to gain the upper hand as they crash land on a street. Peter crouches on Venom's chest and channels anti-venom onto their neck.
Fight, Harry! Fight!
I can't. I'm done. You have to kill us.
Venom leaps toward a cathedral and scales it with their claws. Peter swings after. Venom perches on a cross and unfurls their wings. Venom dives toward EMF, but Peter grabs and holds them with white anti-venom tendrils.
Harry! Please!
Venom yanks apart the building Peter was anchored to and continues their flight. They crash onto the domed ceiling of EMF. Peter's suit mask recedes as he crouches on Venom's chest. He grips Venom's face, forcing the symbiote to recede slightly.
I'm done. Either way, Pete.
We still have time?
No, we don't. It'll kill them. And then it'll kill you.
In the atrium below, MJ continues shooting symbiotes as Miles powers up. Peter glances at them, then meets Harry's gaze.
Let's heal the world, Pete. Together.
The symbiote reclaims Harry, and Venom pulls apart the atrium dome beneath them. Venom and Peter fall. They both crash to the ground and debris buries Peter. Venom extends tendrils to snatch the meteorite, but Miles grabs and pulls at it with his webs. MJ turns to see Miles straining to maintain his grip. Venom reels in the meteorite. Just before it reaches their claws, MJ aims a charged sonic shot. Venom tumbles back. Symbiotes begin to overwhelm MJ as Peter struggles to lift the rubble off himself. Miles stuffs the meteorite into the accelerator and webs it in place.
We're in business!
A residual symbiote tendril on the meteorite surges out, pinning Miles to a wall. Harry manages to rip part of the symbiote away from his chest.
Now, Pete!
MJ shoots oncoming symbiotes, and tendrils swallow Miles' face. Peter kneels with a grimace.
Now!
Peter looks away as Harry writhes in agony.
MJ!
MJ hits a button, and the accelerator spools up. Peter keeps his hand pressed into Harry's chest, channeling anti-venom. Tendrils slither up Peter's arms as he grits his teeth. Peter squeezes his eyes shut, his face clenched in anguish. Shoulders heaving, Peter looks down. Harry lies freed from the symbiote, his eyes barely open. MJ catches sight of him. Harry manages to glance in her direction to meet her sorrowful eyes, but is unable to lift his head. Harry looks up at Peter and attempts a smile. With mournful eyes, Peter nods at his best friend.
I love you.
Harry presses his lips together to speak. His eyes drift closed. The particle accelerator explodes. A shockwave pulses out from the EMF building. It ripples through downtown, destroying the hive tendrils enveloping the densely packed buildings and streets. Swarms of symbiotes chase after civilians. As the shockwave washes over them, the symbiotes rupture, freeing dazed civilians who stumble to their feet. In the wreckage of EMF, sparks and flames spew from the particle accelerator. Debris lies scattered around the remains of the atrium, and small fires lick along its borders. Knocked on his back, Peter hurries to get on his feet. He surveys the room and sees Miles wincing as he pushes debris off of himself.
We did it!
Nearby, MJ pushes herself upright.
Yeah.
MJ gives a wan smile, but it dies when she sees the sadness in Peter's eyes. Peter rushes to where Harry lies motionless. He kneels, gently shaking Harry's chest. MJ dashes over to join him.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Miles stands but keeps his distance. MJ gently cradles Harry's head while Peter frantically rocks back and forth. MJ rubs Peter's back as they both look down at Harry's face. Their eyes are clenched with grief. Along Miles's hand, bioelectricity begins to spark.
Give me some room.
Peter and MJ look up as Miles approaches. Confused, they both scoot back.
I don't know if it's gonna work, but I gotta try.
Miles lowers his hand toward Harry's chest. Harry's body jolts. MJ and Peter shift uneasily.
Come on, Harry.
Miles flexes his hands as he takes several breaths, then reaches toward Harry again. Miles zaps Harry's chest. Harry's eyes dart around before rolling back as he falls unconscious. Peter looks up at Miles.
Thank you. Gotta get to the hospital.
With a gentle swiftness, Peter gathers Harry in his arms and carries him away. Outside of the EMF building, an Oscorp helicopter arrives. Norman gazes anxiously out of its open side as an ambulance pulls up. With his mask on, Peter walks toward the ambulance with Harry in his arms. Peter slows, then falters. He drops to one knee as Miles arrives to help. EMTs rush out of the ambulance, deploying a gurney. Together, Miles and Peter lift Harry onto it. The helicopter touches down beside them, and they all shield their faces from the wind. Norman rushes out and jogs to where Harry lies on the gurney.
Harry.
Pulse is weak. We gotta move.
Norman's face clenches with rage as he looks at Peter.
What have you done? What have you done to him?
I'm sorry.
I'm coming with you, wait.
Norman clambers into the back of the ambulance where Harry lies with his hands on his chest. Two EMTs close the doors. Peter's gaze is fixed on the ambulance. Miles stands with him and places a hand on his shoulder. MJ appears at his other side and takes his hand. Later, a doctor stands at Harry's bedside.
There are traces of brain activity, but his chances of coming back are very slim.
Norman touches Harry's pallid face with the back of his hand, then straightens.
Just keep him alive.
In Harry's lavish bedroom, Norman knits his brow as he looks down at his son. MJ and Peter sit on nearby couches, both wearing street clothes. They fidget with their hands in their laps. Harry's cane leans against the end of the hospital bed. As the doctor leaves the bedroom, Norman picks it up and turns it over in his hands. He walks to a nearby window with a view of the city. He swings the cane at the glass. Peter and MJ bolt to their feet and shuffle toward the door. Norman's lips curl in a snarl as he smashes the cane against a desk. Peter glances back as he leaves the room.
Why?
Norman tips his head back toward the ceiling, then he drops the cane. He looks at Harry with a deeply furrowed brow, and his expression softens. Norman's lips flutter as he leans heavily against the hospital bed. He pulls out his phone.
Get the G-Serum ready. ASAP.
Norman's eyes never leave Harry as he hangs up and pockets his phone. He leans in close, gently touching his son's face. His brow furrows deeply as he looks at Harry's closed eyes.
For the last few years, tragedy has tried to tear the city apart. But we somehow kept going. We battled sickness, evil, cataclysm. We are tired, anxious, stressed, numb. But we have never lost hope. This city needs to heal. We're all ready to return to normal, but what is normal? What if it no longer exists?
In Peter's house, MJ sits before a laptop.
Over the last half hour, I've talked about how these events have changed me. But what about you? In this ongoing series, I will be talking with people throughout the city, exploring our new behaviors, new routines, new thoughts and feelings. I hope you'll join me on this journey.
She gives a slight smile.
This has been Mary Jane Watson, and you're listening to The New Normal.
MJ publishes the podcast. A co-signed mortgage application sits nearby. In the kitchen, Peter flips a wheat cake. Haley and Miles sit across the dining table from Rio and Genki.
So, what's the difference between wheat cakes, pancakes, and flapjacks?
Episode 1, done.
Nice. I don't know.
Ooh, are these good to go?
In a minute, I want to show you something first.
Okay.
It has molasses in it.
Oh.
Yum, I'll take those.
MJ hands off a plate of wheat cakes to Rio. She returns to the table and they all continue conversing as Peter leads MJ outside with a smile. Outside, a feast worker loads boxes into the back of a truck. She looks up as Peter and MJ walk along their front porch.
Thanks again for the donation, Peter.
Peter waves. The partially destroyed front wall of the house is covered in tarps and plywood. Peter hops down over a damaged portion of the front porch, then offers MJ his hand to help her down. MJ grins as she accepts it. Together, they walk up the driveway toward the garage as the feast truck drives off. Peter lifts the manual garage door open. He wears a sheepish smile and sets down his phone as MJ grins at the small room.
Oh, Pete.
A huge whiteboard on the back wall has the words, Emily May Foundation, written in dry erase marker. Photos adorn shelves along another wall, including one of Peter posing with Aunt May and another of Emily. They both look down at Peter's phone. An FNSM notification is requesting Spider-Man's help. Peter shifts from foot to foot but grabs MJ's hand instead. She beams up at him.
Have you talked to Miles about?
Not yet.
Peter shifts and blinks nervously. Miles lands in the driveway, his mask in hand.
You ready?
Miles,
MJ gently pushes Peter forward.
I've been meaning to talk to you about something. I have been talking to you all the time. It's great to talk. So many good talks. I just haven't been talking to you about what I should have been talking to you about.
Pete.
Wait, let me start again.
I got this.
With an easy smile, Miles sweeps his hand toward the neighborhood.
All of it. Go be Peter Parker for a while.
He playfully punches Peter's shoulder.
Are you sure? It's a big city.
I can handle it. As long as I can still call you for advice.
You don't need it.
They embrace tightly. MJ watches with a wide grin.
Maybe not now, but there'll come a time.
I'm here for you. Always.
Big bro.
They fist bump. Miles shakes MJ's hand.
See you.
Miles dons his mask and swings off. Peter's smile turns slightly sad as he watches him go. MJ takes his hand. They stand side by side in the driveway. Peter turns to MJ and pulls her in close with a hand around her waist. They press their lips together for a long moment. MJ gently cups the back of Peter's neck, and they gaze into each other's eyes. They both smile. Sunlight streams over Emily's white hawthorn tree planted in the front yard. A cluster of May blossoms encircles it. In a long, dark hallway, a pair of shiny black dress shoes stride past. Norman Osborn enters a row of cells at the Raft prison, wearing a pinstripe black suit and green dress shirt. He stops before the first cell, his face drawn. Norman gazes through floor-to-ceiling glass to see an inmate in an orange jumpsuit. Their hand trembles while attempting to write in a small book.
What do you want?
Norman shifts his shoulders and blinks.
The Spider-Men. You know who they are, don't you?
Why?
Norman shakes his head and his lips flutter slightly.
They ruined my son.
The inmate, Dr. Otto Octavius, closes his book and stands. Octavius is a portly white man with square glasses and a receding hairline. He faces Norman and approaches the glass.
Good. We all have to experience loss. Even you, Norman.
Octavius scowls, his eyes sharp under a heavy brow. Norman glances at the book tucked under his arm.
What are you writing?
Octavius holds the book in both hands, then fixes Norman with a piercing stare.
The final chapter.
Circle button, skip. Circle button, skip.
In their apartment, Miles sets the table as Rio cooks in the kitchen. Miles wears a collared sage green shirt layered over white sleeves. Miles goes to the front door. He dusts off his sleeves, then straightens before opening it. Haley stands in the doorway wearing a sweater with a checkerboard pattern in contrasting shades of pink. A purple collar necklace rests over top. She smiles as she enters.
Haley, hi. I hope you're hungry.
Starving.
Food's almost ready. Why don't you go show her your essay? He worked so hard on it.
Rio makes a shooing motion. Miles wears a bemused smile as he leads Haley down the hall. Miles's room is slightly cluttered with books and papers. A basketball hoop hangs on a wall, and notes are pinned to a corkboard. Miles motions to his laptop, but Haley remains focused on him.
So, what's this about?
Some guy in Harlem. Probably seen him volunteering in the city, helping out his city council mom, and trying to live up to his hero dad.
I like that vision of that person.
Yeah.
Haley's eyes breeze over the laptop screen and settle on a nearby mannequin with Miles' spider suit. Over its shoulders hangs the black and white striped scarf she gave him.
You're not wearing your suit?
Yeah.
Haley walks over to it. A soft smile blooms on her lips as she removes the scarf. Miles grins nervously as she walks up to him, then bows his head so Haley can drape the scarf over his neck. Her hands linger on it, trailing the fabric over Miles's chest. Miles closes his eyes and takes a deep breath before looking at Haley with a smile. Haley pulls on the scarf to draw Miles in for a kiss. Miles jolts away, his posture stiff as a board. Haley shakes her head slightly. In the entryway, Rio adjusts her hair. She smiles as Haley and Miles stand behind her.
Hey.
Rio opens the door to an Asian man wearing a blazer.
Hi. Miles, Haley, this is Albert.
She fingerspells.
Hi. Nice to meet you. Oh, and this is my daughter, Cindy.
Cindy gives a hesitant, fluttering wave.
Together, complete. Rewards 3,000 XP. Congratulations, you have finished the main story, but both Peter and Miles are still available to continue the adventure. You can also revisit previously completed missions with Mission Replay in the pause menu. Or start a fresh adventure with Ultimate Difficulty or New Game Plus. Good luck, hero.
What's up, New York?